strength in depth. All sides in their position have a large pool of talent. It is one of the major reasons why they are 11 points clear. Mentioned that Gloucester are going for their 9th win in a row, and if they were victorious today, it will be their 7th away win of the season, creating another club record and dispelling any lingering thought that this side cannot perform outside Kingsholm. Nigel Melville waits for his men to come out, and 2 Twickenham victories inside the last 12 months also help dispel that negative view of this side on their travels. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, self-belief now, it floods through this Gloucester team, and that is important on a big game like today.
And now they look to finish off the task that they began at the start of last September and give their fantastic supporters another great day out in the end of season final. And they have travelled in their numbers again.
Great leader, Jake Ball. What a back row. Andy Hazel and James Forrester. Such balance.
Phil Vickery, the club captain, injured, and possibly he's going to be available should they, and surely they will, reach the final. The Sharks, who finished 2nd last season, know that the place in the table, that 2nd position, has so much more significance now. It would mean a home semi-final of the Zurich Championship, and they would fancy their chances against most on this ground. But what about Gloucester? Beaten by Gloucester in the semi-final last season, also beaten in the regular league by Gloucester. They have a problem with today's opposition, and maybe we will know how far they've come this season and where they're going over the next few weeks in about 80 minutes' time.
Yes, the power of Gloucester that is the problem for Sale. Great pace from the home team, but can they handle the cherry and white pack? That's the issue today.
James Forrester versus Chris Jones, England's next generation of the fast and loose. Here's Tony Spreadbury, our referee this afternoon. Sale always want to play the expansive game, and Gloucester have seemingly come full circle to how they started the season. They're throwing the ball about as well now. All is set for what could be one of the matches of the season. You always are a little bit frightened about saying such things just before kickoff, but let's hope it delivers. Final checks made.
Behind, please.
And it's Josh Baxendale for Sale. And good chasing. Anglesey was through quickly.
Hands out. Wait.
Gummersall to Mercier. And there we saw the speed of Chris Jones coming through, wearing 8 today. And of course wearing 10 for Gloucester, Ludovic Mercier. And Henry Paul from the kickoff underneath the high ball.
Well, he's really impressed since he's moved to 12, Henry Paul. I'm looking forward to seeing him play today.
6. Stay there. Stay.
Tittrell throws.
Play on.
Taken in by Yates in the end. Did well to get round there. Redpath. Cheeky little kick over the top.
Free kick.
Marcel Garvey was there. Because he started the season with that hat-trick, didn't he, against Bristol. Now has a cup final try to add. And Mercier with that big booming left boot, given the responsibility of finding the touch. And the Sharks know all about him. He's got 73 points against them in the last 4 meetings.
He's developed his running game as well this season, you know, Miles. He really has improved as a number 10.
Tittrell improving all the time as a number 2. Catching the eye of the England management. Baxendale to Harris, dropped the ball. Gumasol, Mercier, Henry Paul, hitting that line quickly, Fanalua. Delport to Paul again. His move back into the centre. He started to make these Gloucester backs click. Fiddler.
Tackler away!
Gumasol to Mercier. Garvey. Always challenges, always threatens. There's Woodman, now returned from injury. Major boost for club and country.
Hey, steady, steady, steady! Stay steady!
The Sharks trying to organise their defence, but it's Mercier down this side again. Garvey, Hazel, out to Jake Moore. And Jason Robinson, with a little help, puts him out.
Impressive stuff from Gloucester there. Good running lines from the back row, and Robinson asked the question by Bohr.
One of the major features of the Premiership this season has been the form of Chris Jones in the loose, but also at the set piece. Look at that.
Yeah.
Leave it, sit, come on.
Schofield and Fullerton are the second row combination. And it's certainly an area of the game that the Sharks feel they can make an impact in. Here's Redpath on the blind side, and Hanley away from the first man. Garvey is trying to track him. In comes Delport to make the tackle. This is Harris. Henry Paul got back as well. Redpath again. Oh, that was great play from him to arrive so quickly. Bond drifting forward. The referee says no. Fiery stuff from the home team. Redpath again. And a penalty to his team. Got such a great rugby brain, Brian Redpath, and the skill to deliver the thought.
Yeah, 10 metres of space. He saw it, bang, he's away. And look at Hanley's speed. Infield, keeping the support alive. That's tremendous stuff from Sale. A great counter.
Might well have been a forward pass at the end of the move.
You're a killjoy. You're a killjoy, Miles.
There's no doubt about that.
This will be interesting, won't it? Because we watched Baxendale and he struck the ball pretty well in practice before the game, which wasn't the case before the Leeds game.
Got through it in. It's right back there. Okay.
Now the first whistle has gone and the pressure is on. And Baxendale misses. Where before he was in the relaxed atmosphere of the build-up, landing such kicks. Marcel Garvey just wonders what's possible.
Well, goal kicking is as much in the mind as it is in the foot, and it's an Achilles heel for Sale.
Here we go, then. Thank you. Let's play.
And working our way up the body because of Charlie Hodgson's knee. Dropped by Cueto. He thought it went backwards.
It was sloppy from Cueto, wasn't it? But look,
No ball.
it's gone backwards. It's going down onto his knee.
No ball. I'm not saying anything. No. Nothing else. Wait for me.
Well, there's a first from Tony Spreadbury. I'm not
Engage.
saying anything.
Let's just watch the next 75 minutes.
Let's do one more time. Boys, come on, lads. Nice and low. That's fine.
You do get the impression, though, both teams want to play, don't you, from the first 5?
Nice and hold. Engage. Go on,
It's
again,
been
again.
serving Gloucester well of late.
Stay there,
Mind you,
stay.
they've managed to mix and match their season so well. It's another one of the reasons why they are
Stay.
top of the pile.
Stay then. Stay then.
A team for all seasons. Fanalua, they cry crossing. The Shark supporters do.
Away.
Mercier missing out Azam and given to Simpson Daniel. And then Jake Ball. So many players to whet the appetite today. Mention the name of Simpson, Daniel. He's another. And talking of which, Robinson this time settles on the boot.
Well, it's pretty unusual. Jake Ball losing the ball in the turnover then. The Gloucester skipper will be very disappointed there. Out on the wing for a second time. And there you see, squirts out. And Robinson relieves the pressure. A little bit slow support getting in there.
A lot of talk about Olivier Zam leaving the club at the end of the season. He does. He'll want to finish on a high. Mercier too linked with others, but still with 2 years of his contract to run. There's a Zam again. Gummersall, Garvey, charged down by Jones, collected by Fiddler.
7 away. Leave it.
Short on numbers, Sale.
Mercier switching play. Hanley has to go back. Robinson coming across. Hanley will play it. And Robinson again with Forrester putting the pressure on. Whistle's gone.
Wait there. Wait, okay? Wait. Okay, no.
And Forrester being pulled across for that challenge on Jason Robinson.
No, it's fine. He kicked the ball. He went in late. Okay, no problem. There's a penalty kick up there, okay? Go steady, all right? That's fine.
Good kick from Robinson. Is it late?
Late tackle. Late tackle.
Oh, I think that's an incredibly
Wait,
hard call.
no.
That's an incredibly hard call. Now, we've seen Baxendale miss one from this sort of range, but he's going again. He does have the wind with him.
Of course, the penalty is in line with where the ball landed. It went a long way off the boot of Robinson. I agree with Stuart, that is a tough call on James Forrester, especially as it could now lead to 3 points. And he has scooped that one over. Better feeling for Baxendale, better feeling for the Sharks.
Scoop's the right word there, Miles. Gets a lot of height on that kick, a lot of accuracy.
Jones wins that battle of the eights.
Down in front, scrum, Sale.
Sale to put in. And straying in front of the kicker.
It's James Forrester, isn't it, just in front of the kicker, but Chris Jones, his opposite man, does very well, eye on the ball.
No, listen, that's fine. Right, hold.
Poor Forrester just suffered recently at the hands of, or the whistle of Tony Spreadbury.
No collapse, wait.
Redpath to Harris.
He'll always channel that, he'll always challenge that inside channel.
Redpath again, he'll always try that. And supported by Harris, one of the unsung heroes in the side this season.
Hands away, yeah.
That was Tittrell. Redpath, he's a handful.
Hands away, that's fine. Hands out, Gloucester, hands out. Manage.
Another penalty.
4. On your feet, go to the right.
Ryan Redpath is buzzing at the moment, isn't
Ryan.
he? Always looking for that meter. Fiddler off guard, good break. Sale are just settling into their game a little bit quicker than Gloucester at the moment.
And the penalties could be starting to hurt Gloucester here. Similar position to Baxendale's first effort. Man who's made 2 England tours back in '97 and '98. They like it behind the post, so they should.
Well, that will make him feel better, because that's by far the best of the 3 strikes, isn't it? Second one got over, but he hit that one well.
It's already been announced that next season Bram van Straten, currently of Leeds, will be coming to the Sharks. Charlie Hodgson being injured even at the start of the next campaign. In the meantime, Josh Baxendale filling in at fly half. And so much resting on his shoulders and his feet in the run-in in this exciting Zurich Premiership season. Robinson getting great length on that, too much, and you can see the hard ground there as it bounced high and bounced on.
Well, that is an immense kick from Jason Robinson. But he's got the wind. That's exactly how it's blowing from Hanley corner towards the scoreboard, and it's what, 2 bounces and dead. And suddenly, from a position for good tactical kicking, Gloucester have field position 1.
Yes, as Stuart says, the wind blowing diagonally across the field from that tree you can see on the far side. Hanley's corner. Daffodils have gone, but the tree is just about to get its leaves. Garvey, very wide, so wide he's off the pitch.
He can do some damage when he's on it. Great width, and Delport also a long way from Fanaloa. A lot of space.
Mercier, Fanaloa, and Simpson Daniel. Lots of trickery from him. And pass out of most situations. Gummersall, Garvey still waiting, but Delport takes it on himself. Might have gone to Garvey there. Would have been very tight on the touchline though. Gummersall, possession retained. Fanaloa to Paul, then Mercier and Woodman. And Gloucester into their stride here. This is when they really start to threaten and look good. Henry Paul, Fanaloa, good hands. Gummersall, Forrester, overlap being created, and the ball lifted to Robinson.
Number 2.
But the whistle goes anyway.
Well, that's the best we've seen from Gloucester yet. But you can see Titterell offside, Paul asking questions, Fanaloa. There should be 3 easy points here for Ludovic Mercier. Garvey and Robinson one-on-one. Will we see that again today?
So a simple 3 points for Ludovic Mercier. I don't think that there's anyone in this crowd believing this one won't go over. They appreciate it, and Gloucester get onto the scoreboard.
Just not making the penetration through the middle of the Sharks' defence at the moment. And that's why they've only got the penalty. And you can see Mercier, a lethal boot.
Baxendale, plenty of height.
That is red.
Tremendous hang time. It's advantage to Gloucester, but it gave the Sharks players every chance of getting there. Mercier caught by Redpath. The head referee call it an end to the advantage, and the Sharks scramble for it and get it. Then Mercier takes it out on Redpath. Referee waves it on, but not now. Simply had to be given that penalty.
Well, there was a lovely little contretemps there between the Sharks scrum half and Mercier. A little bit of kicking, and Mercier didn't like it at all, and he came at it from behind. Watch this, little flick, and then Mercier's up. Well, it's a left cross without any real intent. It's a great turnover by Brian Redpath that set up this position again. And here you can see, well, that's the end of it. Redpath did actually give him a little bit of a kick first, and Mercier just wanted to say, oi, less of that.
And Redpath somehow managing to make himself look totally innocent.
Something Morris never achieved in his playing days.
Baxendale just failing to pull that one round.
Out you go then.
Really have to get those in matches such as these.
Well, let's get on with it then. Come on.
Still, there won't be too many complaints from Searle at this stage.
I think they accept the weakness of the kicking game, and they'll look to score tries. They'll need to, I think, if they're going to win this game.
Robinson, snaffled. Bond. And it was Schofield. And we'll see good ball back inside Pinkerton. Travelling quickly over halfway.
Back foot two, stay two, leave him.
Redpath, Harris, slowed it down.
Hands out red, wait lads.
Redpath again, Baxendale, Cueto.
Tackle away.
Good tackle from Andy Hazel, this excellent open side.
Tackle away, hands out red.
Redpath,
Oh, almost.
Run away, hands out red. No way.
Baxendale. Anglesey with his eye off the ball there.
Can't be offside, mate. Hey, calm
And
down.
the knock
Hey,
on.
don't be silly. Don't be silly. Scram, your ball.
Promising moments in that attack, just couldn't break through.
Knock on, scram.
I think Redpath's the most dangerous man on the pitch at the moment because he's the one running at the middle of the park and it's opening up spaces.
Hold. Engage.
Because he was very heavily linked with Leicester, wasn't he? He
Stay there.
resisted that temptation, and at the moment he's in the right place with the Sharks second in the table. Henry Paul,
Hands away, seven.
familiar show of the
Stay
ball.
back, buddy. Hands shut.
Gummersall just clipped the foot of Jones, I think, but Robinson will play it anyway. He got good elevation over the top of Garvey. Kicks very well, doesn't he, Robinson?
Yeah, I mean, when you think he came to rugby union, he couldn't kick a ball at all, but he's worked so hard at it. Lions tour of Australia, his work rate was phenomenal on the training paddock. But this is a good kick from Andy Gummersall, isn't it?
Azam involved in all of the Premiership matches this season, more often than not as a starter.
Scrum or line. Scrum
So
or
I
line.
put him.
Well, if Ollie Azam has one weakness, it is his line-out throwing, and that's why Searle have picked 3 line-out forwards to compete with him. That's the first sign of success this afternoon.
Listen to me. Scratch and hold. Engage. Hold on.
Early drive from Gloucester and the free kick given. What a drive as well.
Too early hit, too much in the drive, you know. Hit was fine, early drive too much. Free kick. Free kick.
Gloucester front row don't like that one. They thought they timed it to perfection. The referee didn't agree.
Hands out red, hands out red.
Of course, they will point to delay put-in. It's all a matter of
Hands
taste.
out red.
There's this big strong centre, Harris, Dan Harris.
Away red.
Penalty
No need
Gloucester's
to do
way.
it. He knows, no need to do
Diving
it.
down, and Forrester gets involved with something off the ball. It's Jones as well.
No, leave it. No, I just...
Those two all fired up, eager to make an impression, eager to
leave it.
deliver for their clubs.
Go away. Go away. Fine, then. Go away. Come here, boys. 8. 8. Time off, please.
It's a wonderful stage for them again.
Captain as well. Captain Red, please. Listen. Hey, I know how much this game means to everybody else, right? And I'm playing this game in a very positive way, okay? But you must stop going on at each other particularly, this is the third time I've seen both of you having a go at each other, right, around the park. Now you get on with the game, otherwise I'll use the yellow card, right? That's your choice. The original penalty stands. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Well, it means a lot to both these men, as Tony Spreadbury said, and there you can see two footballers, and they're out to prove that they're competitors as well.
Both trying to add that edge to their game, and I think there are many in the game who will be quite happy to see them in a way having a go at each other. But
yeah. Paradoxically, I think you've got a point there.
Thank you.
In the context of this game, which promises to be, as referee Spreadbury says, an open affair, and only get in the way. Azam trying to get it straight this time.
Once again, Sale's line-out goes in trouble.
Hanley. There's no doubt the addition of Jones into the back row and then including the likes of Schofield and Fullerton in the second row, it gives Sale a big presence there, and Jim Mallender was thinking along those lines this week when he made the selection.
Yeah, it's a tactical move, no doubt at all, and it's working pretty well at the moment. You can see Sale winning their own line-out ball, and Gloucester 50% struggling.
Mark Cornwall missing from the Gloucester line-out again today. He's got the flu this time. This is Mercier to Paul. In comes Delport. Cueto had his number. And some ferocious battling on the floor from the Sharks, and Robinson can see it. Excellent turnover ball. Now Anglesey is having a go with the boot. Garvey is the last line of defence. Remember, Delport involved in the attack. Caught the wind, used the ground. Magnificent result. Gloucester tried to take it quickly.
Touched. Passed.
Well, that is utilisation of the elements for sure. I wondered whether Garvey should have made more of an effort to get to this ball, you know. Look, Marcel Garvey there should have got back.
No problem. Four. Move.
And now the pressure all on those broad shoulders of Azam.
Stay out! Get out! Get out!
Now the line-out squeeze could really net a result.
Stay, that's fine. Let's go. Wait, don't go in. One side.
Went for the simple, not easy option. Nothing's easy, just short of your own line, I'm sure, but it was a simple option of Fiddler and then Mercier. But now it's Sharks' ball. It's the Gloucester 22. Here's a chance.
And you do feel the Sharks need something. They do have, as we've seen, a strong wind with them. 6-3 up, it might not be enough at half-time.
The last time the Sharks lost to an English club on this ground was in the Zurich Championship semi-final playoff last season, and it was Gloucester. At the moment, they're leading by 3 points, but they've lost that attacking position. And Gloucester again looking for the quick and rather cheeky line-out, but
line-out was 4.
as you hear the referee say.
Fair ball. Okay,
Great
sure,
to see
thank
that
you.
ambition from Gloucester.
Good.
And that's a good steal from the Cherry and Whites. Important one.
Stay there.
Getting one back. And Fiddler moving towards the front. All about brute force, that phase of play. And Gloucester did well to get it going again.
Wait, lads, wait!
Hanley was a difficult catch, it was swirling away from him, did well. Robinson.
Hands away!
They're closing the door on Jason Robinson fast.
No, stay
He
back,
lit
stay.
up the match against Leeds last month, didn't he?
Wait, lads, wait.
Delport,
Wait!
former Springbok fullback, and now at fullback for Gloucester, which is his favourite position. Hanley, as he judged this one well, it felt good, and it was.
The Gloucester boys didn't think so, did they? sometimes wish Hanley would actually think about attacking here. Great catch, first of all. And then the next time he gets the ball, he kicks it pretty quickly. Well, that's very tight, you know. I thought that might have lit the line.
You feel that Sale feel they can put all manner of pressure on this line out, and it's working. That's why he kicked away, and then it's Pinkerton to Harris and Bond.
Hands away, hands out, Gloucester, hands out, Gloucester.
Baxendale, Fullerton. Yates is there, off the floor to Robinson. Works his way out of a tight space initially, then the door is shut. Redpath, Baxendale calling the move, then delivering the pass. Graham Bond, good strength, staying on his feet for quite a long time there.
Stay back, stay, stay.
Redpath, Baxendale, given away, Mercier. Robinson is trying to track him down. Mercier might need help. Robinson is getting there, but Mercier has enough to get all the way over the try line. Just enough.
He's done very well there, hasn't he, Ludovic Mercier? Well, well, well. Sale pressing, and suddenly one pass from Baxendale, the other outside half intercepts, and you think here Robinson is going to cut his man down. Shades of Elton Flatley, England, Australia. Mercier just keeps going and going and going.
There's the interception, and a long way to go for Ludovic Mercier. You can see him looking around immediately, thinking, I'm not going to have the pace. Still looking there, sensing Robinson coming, but Robinson never arrived.
No, he was looking around for Marcel Garvey, who was coasting on the inside. But in the end, you know, he made it just about with a bit to spare. And that is a very handy score going into the wind. Very handy.
Interesting who's kicking as well, Henry Paul.
It's because Ludovic Mercier is absolutely shattered. I know how he feels, although I never quite went that far on the intercept.
And Paul, what a backup kicker to have. And considering the Sale predicament, although Baxendale has slotted a couple this afternoon, and that's an embarrassment of riches to have Mercier and Paul. But that time it was Mercier, the try scorer. Thought for a moment he might have needed a taxi, but he got there.
You had no faith at all, Harrison. Trust an outside half from 75 metres, why don't you?
Not forward. Yeah. Blow for Sale, because they were in the middle of a good spell of pressure.
The Gloucester defence has been very good, hasn't it? And I think the Sharks need something pretty sharpish here. Big blindside, look at Jason Robinson, bottom right of your screen. 2 against him, but he can make that look like nothing if he gets the ball.
Now it's a Gloucester penalty against the Sale front row for standing up in the scrum. Still blowing a bit, Ludovic Mercier, but he's got that out into touch, and he'll be very proud of that run, and so he should be.
He gets a few interceptions, doesn't he, Mercier? He does score a few.
That the last loss in the Premiership.
Two balls
on this ground to Leicester. Remember that Championship semi-final also played here.
Oh, I tell you what, that's a lucky line-out win. It certainly wasn't aimed at Jake Ball, their shortest forward.
He grabbed it gleefully.
Stay back foot! Stay there!
Ozam just sets himself, so he protected his scrum half Gummersall, who then wanted a bit of combat himself.
Just wants to stabilise the ball, but too stabilised, and Redpath, he wants pace.
Then comes Mercier pushing that one forward. That looked a bit deliberate. Referee playing advantage. Fullerton.
He's had a couple of good darts.
Baxendale, Bond, as yet hasn't created the space, but he's a hovering threat for Gloucester, Graham Bond. There's Schofield, his handoff of Austin Healy on the front of the programme today, the recent match at Welford Road.
Oh, it's quick ball now.
Taken by Fiddler and then Gummersall to Paul. Oh, and in came Yates, and he put Mercier out of the match, but Garvey is still chasing. Now, I wonder if the referee saw that. It looked late to me. Henry Paul is pointing it out. Mercier's on the floor.
Kicked out, drop out or scrum. And nothing for you.
I thought Henry Paul really should have given that pass then.
Drop out or scrum.
Not a great decision.
You've got for a drop out. Time off, please. Injury. Have a drink.
Well, Sale given the option, but I think there should have been, yes, here it comes. Mercier checked by Yates. It should have been a penalty.
Yes, it should. First instance, Henry Paul really should have kept that ball in hand, but there was a penalty, no doubt at all. And a yellow card, really, for Kevin Yates.
He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's got away with it.
Yeah, there you can see it. Eyes him up, stops him in his tracks. And that, well, that's as blatant a yellow card offence as I've seen for a while. Not quite certain what the touch judge was doing there.
Along with those caps, he had that spell in New Zealand before returning to play club rugby over here. It wasn't in the picture for the A-team this year when a lot of props were used at that level because of injury at all levels. Gummersall. And all Redpath can do was watch, but then he threw it to Robinson. Got it 5 metres.
Those two did well there, didn't they? Redpath and Robinson combined quite beautifully. Slick hands, quick thinking from the scrum half, and a lovely little step from Robinson, and with it a superb kick. Look at this.
How long on your watch?
Just steps outside the 5 metres line. One nimble step through Gummersall and another excellent kick.
I tell you what, in its own way, that was brilliant play, wasn't it?
From both of them.
Yes.
And that is professionals thinking about their job and doing it to the best of their ability. To be appreciated.
Which is not what you would say about the Gloucester line-out at the moment. Not a thing of efficiency.
Thank you.
But I say again, 6-10 with the wind is a bad position for the Sharks. But look at this, I mean, Gloucester's line-out throw really struggling, but their defence has been cast iron in the first 35.
6 out of 10, he's nowhere near where he should be at this level. Harris.
Hands out, Red. Stay.
Redpath, Baxendale. It's scrappy now.
Stay back foot,
and on the back foot too. Titterell.
Oh, good play, Pinkerton.
Started all the Premiership matches for his club this season. Another wonderful season from Steve Pinkerton.
Move away, slowing it down.
And he helped get his side a penalty.
Yeah, now I wonder. I don't think Sale should be looking to go for 3 points here. I think this is a very long way out for Josh Baxendale, and at 6-10, he's eyeing it up, you know, but I just think they want something more before half-time. And I think as a risk assessment, the return's not high enough.
Says the former Building Society manager.
Another lifetime, Miles, another lifetime.
Certainly was for some of your clients. Thankfully, some of them have bounced back. Here's Robinson. And Sale's moment, you feel.
Great kick from Robinson again, wasn't it? Judged to perfection there. And they do need a moment. The Sharks need a moment here.
Jones down. Redpath standing out wide. Harris cutting back with real purpose. Good tackling in the end from Simpson Daniel, but that has stretched Gloucester as Harris tried to splinter his way through. Redpath is on in the corner and he's given Anglesey. It was their moment.
Oh, little again.
Dan Harris made it, but watch the speed and the zip of Brian Redpath's flat pass. Redpath, bang, look at that, across the body. Beautiful little pass by the Scottish scrum half. He's been the ace in the pack in this first 40 minutes. There, takes out two men, and Anglesey does awfully well to stay in field there.
It is another example of high-quality play in a tight spot.
Yeah, we haven't got the kaleidoscopic stuff we sort of expected, but what we're getting is some sort of 5-metre rugby, I call it, of real excellence, real excellence.
Only one way that try could have been scored, with a pass of that quality and a finish from Anglesey to match. Baxendale fails with the wide conversion, but the Sharks back in front, leading by a point, courtesy of Pete Anglesey's try.
And I don't know about you, but I get the feeling that this game is just starting to warm up now. I think we've got some second half in store.
Mercier. A bit more length in that.
Not
Still
enough height,
plenty of hang though.
Leave it
Yeah.
red, leave it red.
Robinson.
Wait, Lou.
Got to put more pressure on the restart. Look at this, Chris Jones takes that easily, and it's James Forrester after him. Those two young Tyros are having a little bit of an edgy battle.
5, lads, 5. 5.
And of course, a member of the England A team this season, Chris Jones, along with Forrester. And how long before those two are part of the full side on a regular basis? Chris Jones getting a hand in there.
Yep, hats off, you know, to Mallender and Diamond. Their line-out strategy has worked to a T in this first half. Jones playing at 8, but he's just roaming up and down that line-out at will, and he's really presenting too much of a problem for Olivier Azam.
Mentioned Mallender and Diamond down below as Dean Ryan and Nigel Melville are having a word with fourth official Brian Campsall. It's a constant word.
Not Dean Ryan.
Now there's a ball.
It's a great battle in the line-out because both sides are competing hard.
Well, Gloucester clearly unhappy
This side on the side.
with what's happening at the line-out. They feel that the Sharks are trying everything
5 on the side.
and getting away with it.
No, it's not.
Now the Sharks have got a penalty.
On the side.
We're in at the side.
And it's Robinson the boot to punt it downfield. Anything for Sale just before half-time would be such a bonus. And they'll rely on Robinson now to take it 20, 30 metres.
Very different contest to the one earlier in the season, back in September, a long time ago, when they met at Kingsholm. And Gloucester scored 6 tries. They were mesmeric at times that day. 44-8 was the final score. But the Sharks have come a long way during the course of this season. There's Dean Ryan back on his seat alongside Nigel Melville. Won't be for long.
Time off.
Now that win at home to Sale I thought was a marker. That's when you said, yes, Gloucester are a team who could take Leicester's title.
Time on.
And what price the double? 22,000 Gloucester fans were at Twickenham to see the Powergen Cup final success. Will they be returning to see their side to a Zurich Championship success right at the end of the season? Well, not if Sale have anything to do with it, and they might have a lot to do with it. It would be dreamland if they could snatch another score before half-time. to add to the Anglesey try.
I'll tell you what, Redpath has a little space down that short side, but the forwards are just muscling on.
It's Baxendale, and still good dummy run from Bond. Not sure how planned it was, but it nearly worked. Baxendale showing great awareness again with ball in hand. Yates, Hanley goes for the drop goal and doesn't like what he sees.
I don't think Steve Hanley took the right option there at all. Here's Josh Baxendale, bad pass. Bond on the decoy, but again Gloucester getting very quickly at the point of contact. Sharks not quite getting quick ball.
No, drop out.
Mercier. It was a horrible one for Hanley, but it doesn't matter because that's the final whistle in this first half. A fascinating half between the top two in the Premiership, and only a point between them. Delicately poised.
Yes, and I think all the action to come in the second half. Gloucester have the win now, but Sale, they have plenty of wit. This should be a great second half, you know.
Gloucester could seal their place at Twickenham, but they need to win this match today. This helped in their aim to get back to Twickenham. Ludovic Mercier powering his legs up the field and just getting away from Jason Robinson in the end. Fine break from Mercier. That Gloucester score, and then look at that pass from Redpath. And Anglesey, little look to the touch judge, but he said good. It was very good. And at half-time, it's Sharks 11, Gloucester 10.
40 minutes gone though. Electric atmosphere here at Hayward Road. It's the home side that are edged in front 11-10. Let's hear now from one man who I'm sure will be loved to be out there helping his side on the road to Twickenham, because the Gloucester captain, the injured Phil Vickery, talking to Graham Simmons.
Simon, yes, Phil Vickery filling the Gloucester bench on his own at the moment. Phil, you're 1 point down at half-time. Nigel Melville, I would assume, though, might not be too disappointed to be 1 point down, bearing in mind the way the first half went.
Yeah, you know, it's been a funny old first half. The line-out wasn't functioning very well. Don't really know the reasons why. Hopefully we can get that sorted out. We've got a bit of a breeze on our backs in the second half, and certainly going in 1 point down is a bit of a result for us.
Bearing in mind the Horlicks that Sale are making of your line-out, can you win it if you can't sort that out in the next 40 minutes?
If we can retain our ball, get our first phase secure, play the kind of rugby which we showed for glimpses in the first period, there's no reason why we can't go and score bonus points.
All right, Phil, thanks very much for your time. Miles Stewart, back to you.
Thanks, Graham. Not that Gloucester go into any side wanting to lose. That would never be part of their psyche, or even accepting defeat. But defeat today for Gloucester wouldn't be the end of the world. There's no doubt about that. But what about Sale and their mindset, Stuart? You know, they had a problem at Welford Road and they didn't win there again recently. They've had problems about beating Gloucester, and if they don't beat them today, can they really go on and win the championship?
Well, no, psychologically, I think they'll think if we can't beat Gloucester at home, then we don't have that much of a chance.
Pinkerton. Should be a fascinating second half. Really should.
Sharks might move ball more in the hand, but they've given an early penalty away, which is well within Mercier's range.
It's an early penalty to Gloucester. And Mercier, who was relieved of the kicking duties after his run upfield to score the try, has got them back for this penalty.
Yeah, it was Pinkerton first of all, and then Andrew Titterell carries on, but you look, he gets 2-3 metres away. Schofield's in first of all, but then he's off his feet, can't do that. Lax start to the half of the home team.
Just what Gloucester would have wanted, should Mercier get these 3 points. Which he does. It's a long look between the touch judges there, Ashley Rowden and Stuart Terridge, but in the end, the nod and the points. Oh, it looked all right.
I don't see why they took so long to deliberate over that one.
And a very useful points then for Gloucester right at the start of the second half. In front they go. Scramble on the floor, kicked on by Jones.
Touching goal.
So they have the option.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
That ball out on the full, obviously, by hitting the touchline. Surprised Gloucester didn't take the scrum. Solid ball.
Very surprised. It's Mercier again.
They're going to ask Sales back three to run at them. That could make it a very exciting half.
Cueto. See how dry the turf is there, with the paint coming up. And out of that dust bowl comes a penalty for Brian Redpath's men, and he's taken the quick tap, knowing that that was outside of the range of his kicker. And also knowing that that's the kind of tempo that he wants to the game.
Henry Paul was very fast up there, almost bordering on offside.
Redpath. Acrobatic tackle from Eustace. Baxendale. No problems there for Josh Baxendale.
Well, it's a good kick, but Gloucester, conversely, would be pleased that they're forcing the Sharks to kick ball away.
Fans were waiting at Kingsholm when they returned with the cup. About 2,000 of them. Open top bus. Followed their cup final win. Just think how they'd react if Gloucester took the double in the Zurich Premiership final at the end of May. There's Eustace.
Go out your side. Stay back,
Gummersall. And then Mercier with time. Robinson with the quick one. Hanley. Cueto. Away from Garvey. He tried to get back at him, but that was a good strong handoff from Cueto. Here's Graham Bond.
Roll away, 10-7.
Baxendale. Anglesey.
Hands out, run time. Balls out, play on.
Baxendale again.
Lovely little
Hands
show.
away. Well played.
Always trying things, always looking for the attacking option.
Hands out, still.
So is Redpath, his half-back partner. He set the tone for their team.
Roll away, tackle it.
And normally it's a winning tone. But what about today against the top spot club? Tittrell. Hanley. A little bit congested, but Yates found a way through. Hanley, good tackle from Paul.
Hands out, no pens.
Tittrell.
Well, now Gloucester stretched.
Redpath wants this quickly. Gloucester doing their best to slow it down and get their hands on it, and they've done it. And it's Gummersall who clears. And what excellent defence that was.
Okay, keep playing, boys.
Well, it's a great break from Yates, because Sale had lost their way. And there, burst of pace from the prop forward. Henry Paul back with a tackle, but shades of old Leicester with this turnover ball. Great work from Olivier Azan. And Gummersall clears up the pieces.
And shades of old Leicester last week when they came back against Newcastle in the fashion in which they did. Just 6 minutes left and it was 23-8. Gloucester still won, kept their winning record intact at Kingsholm. What about Sale at Haywood Road?
Hands out, red. Stay.
Missing out Bond given to Cueto. And there's another strong piece of play from the winger.
Hands out, red. Well played. Let it go. Stay back, foot.
Both sides now are starting to move through the gears and throw everything at the opposition. Effort oozing out of this match and typified there by Yates. Redpath, Baxendale, Anglesey. His turn to throw a dummy and find the support from Hanley. Hanley pushing his way through. Oh, he's done it again. He is a try scorer extraordinaire.
But Hanley in his corner, but Anglesey scored on the stroke of half-time. And the rugged flanker has made that. You don't often see those Anglesey dummies, but this time Baxendale with a pass. Peter Anglesey shows and goes. Well, and Hanley, that's quite a finish. Delport left for dead, and Hanley, he has one or two limitations, but scoring tries, that ain't one of them. Anglesey makes that, and look at Hanley now, sees the chance off his wing, and Delport left for dead.
Another combination score in the first half. Redpath and Anglesey made sure this time it was Anglesey the provider, but we shouldn't forget the involvement of Harris in that first half try. But look at that from Hanley. He just loves finishing tries. The Premiership's top man.
They're just trying to pass outside Gloucester's midfield at the moment and showing a couple of signs.
Sharks in front by 5 and winning that ball as well.
Tittle took Gloucestershire on his front then. Ooh.
Schofield.
Stay back foot, stay back foot. Okay.
Redpath, they can't, well, they do in the end put a hand on him, but it just seems that he's threatening to get away every time. Simpson Daniel forced back, so is Pauls. The South player on the far side injured. That is Delport, and he's touched the line.
Yep, that's a goal, all right.
Delport in a spot of bother in the other corner this time.
Oh, they're working him right, they're working him left, and the South African there. Hard to say, but maybe he should have let this one go. Yeah. What a position now. Tittrell, though, of course, is the man down. He's coming back into play. They need him to be spot on here, because this is a chance for the Sharks.
There used to be a rotation at hooker for Sale between Tittrell and Murray. Murray, the more experienced player, the international, the Springbok star, but it's all Tittrell these days. Working closely with Steve Diamond, of course.
Yeah, I tell you, he took a real hammering there at the restart. Did well to get up.
And he's got a diamond here in Tittrell. Well, what can he deliver here as the Sharks go for another score? In the first 10 minutes of this second half, Tittrell's got his hands on it. Woodman gets on the wrong side. Can he play? But the referee gives the put-in to the Sharks.
But this is a great scrummage position now for the Sharks. Woodman and co are going to have to put the screw on here.
Time off.
It's Tittrell down at the moment. I think it's a lens, isn't it?
Yes, there's not a serious injury, just a contact lens. And the home supporters realising the importance of this stage of the game. Conceded that early penalty in the second period, coming straight back with the Hanley try. Now can they make it another?
Here's the first half try, Anglesey in the corner. We're in the opposite end of the pitch, same corner. And somehow think from the scrum, they'll be going Anglesey there. But the backs might fancy a bit of action.
Not going to. No. Time on. The mark, the white line. The mark, the white line.
Using Jensen Robinson as an attacking force yet.
Referee Spreadbury adds a bit of drama. The mark is the white line. Here we go. Jones trying to shield the ball. Redpath had gone, and it's been knocked on.
Knock on blue, scrub.
And it's a wasted opportunity. Communication all wrong there at the base.
You know?
No, there was a clever call called. I think they were going to. I think Cueto was coming at a fair old lick. Look, Cueto coming in there, but control goes, and that's a problem with Chris Jones playing 8. Doesn't have the experience there.
Let's do it together, okay? Thank you. Well done, mate. That's right.
And the chain of command broke, and that's a chance gone.
Stay take it right, Sal, stay!
Gamasul, good pass under pressure. Pinkerton has another nibble at Mercier but can't block it, but he doesn't find touch. Here's Cueto. Now he can go. Fanalua didn't make the tackle. Harris to Hanley. He's off again. Great tackling back. Gloucester just getting the numbers in there and hands on the floor.
This has to be
and hands in the pocket.
Hey, no! No! No!
Coming back on the sharp side, it was cynical.
No!
And it will get the relevant punishment.
Here, excuse me. There he is. He's
Extra
on his way.
man.
6.
Jake Ball's
6.
going off.
He is. He's there.
And the Sharks are on the line, camped.
I've been there.
Cueto and
here
Hanley
at the
created
mark.
the space, and there's Ball coming in from the side, off his feet, playing the ball every which way you want.
So Jake Ball into the Simbi. Gloucester down to 14.
And this is the time you have to score against the top team in the league so far this season. Must do it.
To prove yourself capable of being the best. Time to take advantage for the Sharks. Redpath. Was that the right decision? He went straight back into the huddle of the forwards.
Ball didn't pop out control, so I think he just wanted to solidify, start again.
Hanley plays scrum half, now it's Baxendale, then it's Harris, who's done this before with good effect, just before half-time. Trying to ruck the ball back. And getting the benefit of the decision, which is a key one.
No! Calm down!
Now the resolve of the West Country
Yes,
men
please,
is being tested now.
Too many guys! Listen, boys, it's all getting frenetic!
Again, when it's not quick ball, they're just quite happy to go to Dan Harris. Inside ball, he's not going to score, but he's going to set you up to try again.
No problem.
Now, will it be a simple scrum? Recognise Jones is an established 8. Got an extra man, make it clean.
Don't collapse, stay down!
Jones.
Hands on 7!
Good drive from him.
Hands on, balls out! Hands away, hands out, Red!
Redpath is waiting eagerly.
Stay!
Baxendale goes himself the fly half. In goes Tittrell. Stretching for the line, couldn't make it. Redpath again, over the head of Yates. Jones, Robinson. Aggressive defence, but Robinson has got through it. The man's a maestro.
What did we say 5 minutes ago? Yet. Yet's over. It's the past tense. The present is Robinson. He has struck. Bouncing ball. No right to score from here. Look at this. Check, stop, go. Delport again. And then the little change. He doesn't have the gas over 90, but over 9, there's no one quicker. It's the old Jason Robinson, Hayward Road magic.
It's that rubber ball bounce first of all out of the tackle, then the acceleration. Quite superb. But once again, Baxendale wide with the kick at goal. So they're not piling up the points, but it's a healthy lead nevertheless.
Well, I tell you what, this is pushing them towards second spot in the Premiership. And when you see what their record's like here, this is a massively important 40 minutes in this club's history. Immense.
Chris Forty has come onto the field. Olivier Azam, as you see, is the man to go off.
Time off. Okay.
Forrester chasing. Henry Paul. It's got the makings now if Gloucester can respond, and there's every chance that they will. Forrester.
Hands out, Green,
They're not top for no reason.
Okay.
under the cosh, but what can 14-man Gloucester do?
Paul, Mercier, Eustace, Simpson Daniel not used, given to Delport. Penalty. Hands in there from Sale.
Leave it.
I wonder. 10 points in it. I think Mercier wants to go for the touchline, which is an interesting call when you think about the Gloucester line-out.
That change confirmed. Also Gloucester's decision confirmed as they go for the attacking ploy. And the new hooker, Chris Forty.
Yeah, now he's got a big role, hasn't he? Because Alam's a tremendous player, but Azam's line-out throwing was ruthlessly exposed today. Forty's on to do an efficient job. Fiddler at the front. I don't think they can catch and drive over because they're a man down, but their backs can strike from this distance.
Points on the league table, psychological points as well, all at stake here. Gummersall happy to watch at this stage. Just give the odd encouraging pat on the back. Here comes Fiddler with a bit of power there. Gummersall again. Mercier couldn't take it. Paul could. Fanalua could. And now it's the Sharks' turn to tackle ferociously. It's on the floor. Anybody's. Redpath's big cheer from the home supporters. Temporarily, at least, pressure relieved, but for how long?
We got a good last 20, haven't we? Should Terry Fanaloa have just gone wide, he does instinctively cut in.
Get over. Stay there. On. Yeah, no,
Chris Forty was sent off a week ago against Newcastle. Forrester, good work at the line out from him. Here comes Henry Paul, then Mercier, and Garvey now coming at pace. Starting to ask questions.
Scram, go stay, no!
But once again,
no, your ball, Scram,
Sale standing firm.
No choice to do that.
It's just the Mercier breakaway so far, and Jake Ball forced to stand and watch.
Yeah, at the moment the Gloucester backs are just playing too far in front of the opposition. You watch this, it's nice passing, but look at the Sale back line. No one's fixed there, you see. They're all able to drift onto Garvey, and Bond makes the hit.
Stay down, don't go in.
Gummersall, Redpath nearly got a hand in there. Here's Fanaloa. Henry Paul's a knock on. It's also a chance to go as Pinkerton finds Bond.
And Sale are dangerous on the counter from this sort of area.
They stick to the short side, and Angus is using his boot again. Used it before with such great effect. Oh, nasty bounce for Gummersall, and Angus nearly collected the ball himself. Mercier has it.
Great stuff now, isn't it?
Scrum.
It really is, and the crowd responding too. Plenty have made the journey from Gloucester. Set out long ago, this one.
I'll tell you what about Pete Anglese's game. Try scorer, try maker, kicker extraordinaire. What a game he's having in the back row. Great decision, nothing's on, keep the ball in field, and the bounce favours Sale, but what a great chase from the number 6.
Anglesey, a man who started the season as part of the large England training squad. Baxendall to Harris. Bone-shattering runs from Harris. And then Baxendall manages to keep control of the floor somehow. Hanley, that's a good pass. Tittrell. Forrester's tackle. Jones. Haven't seen him get away yet. Redpath. Baxendall. Bond.
They're going for it here, aren't they? You can feel it.
Really are putting everything into these attacks now. Sensing this is a time to really turn the screw.
He knows. He knows.
It's a penalty for obstruction. Nothing accidental about that, says referee Spreadbury. And that again using the breeze today.
Yep, it's blowing that way.
Stop the watch!
Clock stops. I think Teddy Spreadbury needs a break.
Double change for Sale. As we look at the Gloucester bench, and Jake Ball prowling.
Time off, Chris.
Two props have come on, Thorpe and Turner.
Hang on, yeah. Who's on?
So Yates and Stewart off.
Who's off? Okay, it's fine.
Forrester off as Buxton comes on. Ballast now.
Go steady, mate, okay? Go steady, okay? Time on.
Yeah, so Ball returns, and at that point, as Stewart says, Peter Buxton, a bit more weight than James Forrester, who goes off substituted.
Roll away, tackler!
Oh, but another bad line out.
Dean Schofield's take.
You go!
Harris.
Roll away, tackler! Hands out, lads! Hands away, you've lost it, Red. Stay! Play the ball.
Redpath, Robinson. That extra kicking option, the fullback.
You can't do that because you might be doing it and telling them what you do. You're pointing.
So two new props in Thorpe and Turner.
Fresh legs needed, because I think Gloucester, if they can get some ball from line-out, they're going to throw everything now at the Cheshire team. But they've lost another line-out. This is awful from the cherry and white pack.
Baxendale.
Hands away,
He's had a
tackler!
good second half, just Baxendale.
Play on.
Anglesey. He's had a great match. Schofield, now we know he can run, he's off again. Oh, what a tackle that was. It was Gummersall who got back, and how he needed to make it. And it caused just that touch of panic in the Sale ranks, and the move ended. What an important tackle by Gummersall. Still their tack, though. With Bond.
Gloucester are creaking, I know, they're creaking.
Redpath. Not his best, and Delport.
Stay, lads, watch the ball. Wait,
It's time to thump it back, and he's done exactly that. It's a massive kick. Hanley. And that's touch. And we can all take a breather.
13 blue.
Dan Harris is 13 blue, so Vaughan going replaces him, and hasn't Harris given every last pound?
Oh, excellent performance. Excellent performance. Here's Peter Anglesey almost putting Schofield away. Gummersall just with a vital tap.
Hazel. And Paul to Fanaloa and Simpson Daniel. You'd just like him to come up with a magic moment now, having been too much part of this game, and then Fanaloa hugging the touchline and doing well to avoid it. Simpson Daniel to Deacon, who gets better and better. There's Buxton.
A good run.
Had to be patient this season, and will want to seize a rare opportunity. Mercier has it. Chance of an overlap. Henry Ford knew it, couldn't get the ball on. He says deliberate knock-on, referee agrees.
And I think this is a penalty that will be kicked by Mercier. This is very close to a yellow card here, if this is deliberate. Wow, he's gone to wrap him up. And Mercier will go for the 3 points here.
Okay, I'll have a look.
And And this will get Gloucester within 7. All very tense.
The percentage from Mercier is a good one. So he's been faced with a couple of easy ones too. But he rarely misses.
Yeah, that's quite a result for Gloucester, isn't it? Because they've been under the cosh for 10 minutes. They've been stretched almost to breaking point, and they've given nothing else away, and they've come back with a penalty of their own.
Tense times for both sets of supporters. But not for Henry Paul.
Thought Jason Robinson was taken out there, you know, but Henry Paul took advantage. And look at this drive now from the cherry and white pack.
They've been so cussed all season and refusing to lie down, and here they go again. Hazel is bursting away from Buxton's break. Gummersall says, give it to me. He'll release Jake Ball, Ludovic Mercier, Henry Paul. They should finish this. Simpson Daniel to Fanalua, that was brilliant, and Fanalua scores. A delicious try from Gloucester.
Well, Miles, you said it 5 minutes ago, wouldn't it be typical of James Simpson Daniel, peripheral figure, to come up with the moment? It's not the try, but that is a gorgeous piece of skill. The running line and the pass. Andy Hazel, he's not been in the game. He makes the first break, and look at this now. It's not a great pass from Paul. That is magnificent, and it's a lovely double check from Fanalua to beat Bond. Just watch this, savour that. That's the old special, isn't it, from Simpson Daniel? But Fanalua's got work to do, and he does it well. Superb score.
For a moment, thought they'd blown it, and then Simpson Daniel arrived. And Fanalua too. Every point critical, flags up, scores level.
Wow.
Mercier challenged out wide by the conversion, but equal to that challenge. But it seemed to just drift away. Nobody straightened the attack, but it went to Simpson Daniel, who was brilliant. No other word for it, and Fanalua too.
And that kick from Mercier, that's the spot at King's Own where he sank Newcastle with the last kick of the game, and he's done it again.
Very positive game, but in the 22s, both sides slowing it down in retreat, you know, everything. Please work with, you know what, the yellow card over there, work with me, okay? It's been very positive. You must work with me now, because you're going to win this game, not me, okay? Yeah, right. Time on.
Fair enough, and the right time to do it. He reads the game so well, Tony Spreadbury. What a lovely touch.
Did that go forward from Delport?
Hold, boy, hold, hold!
Mercier gathered himself, watch out, car park.
And suddenly the momentum has just swung. The Sharks look like they were about to touch the victory. Well, actually, I think it's gone back there almost. That's good refereeing by Tony Spreadbury. You're saying Sale seemed on the verge of victory, and in 2 minutes, it's turned around.
Go on!
And now we've got 10 minutes plus to sit back and enjoy this. If you follow either side, you're probably on the edge of that seat. Sharks have won a penalty at this line-out. And nearly gave it away with a bit of afters.
I mean, this Premiership just gets better, doesn't it? Week yesterday, you'd have seen an absolute nail-biting thriller at the other end of the table. Now it's 1v2, not 11v12, and it's building up into an equally dramatic last 10 minutes. Let's hope.
Basically said to the captain.
Ed Pearce for Andy Hazel. As you can see there, the latest change made by Gloucester. Another big man. Bond. He's not as big, but he can bash through. Redpath, Baxendale, Anglesey. He's been everywhere. Tittrell. Such an industrious look about his running.
Thank you. No! He's building a bridge.
Quite rightly, the Sharks get the put in. Pinkerton thought they should have had more.
This game flowing now. Ebb and flow. A lot of tension on the faces, but Tony Spreadbury enjoying himself. And Graham Bond, he's starting to forge his way into this match. Ludovic Mercier just doesn't make those gain line hits, and that enables teams to build up a head of steam. And Anglesey, well, he's had a cracker, hasn't he?
Both sides, right? Close game. Don't look at me for penalty.
I don't envy you with man of the match today.
It's always a pleasant problem, though, when there's good performances. And there are a few of those, you're quite right there.
No!
Might be the chemist who sorted out the throat.
There's this premiership, it's just getting to me. I think my voice went at Bath and he hasn't recovered.
You arrive with a throat infection, you might leave without your voice.
Think. Bind far side. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Great position again for the Sharks, isn't it? But there's that messy old scrum.
Calm. Keep calm. Come to me. Come to me. I want a shoulder. I want to see that shoulder. Question. Hold. Engage. Bind on. Give it up. Stay up.
Once again, it's riddled with interest and intrigue, this move, as Cueto comes flying off that wing. That's what they were trying before, a little bit closer in. Redpath, Anglesey.
Roll away, Red.
Smacked back by Buxton, who's had an impact since he's come on.
Just a bit. Redpath, Robinson. It's going, getting involved. Hear the slap of the tackle again, Redpath.
Stay.
Baxendale, Cueto. Away! Is it the match winner? Mark Cueto.
Baxendale, that's a beautiful pass, and that's a bonus point for the Sharks. And at this stage of the season, that in itself is big. The win will be even bigger. Brian Redpath's pass for Anglesey in the first half. Josh Baxendale with an absolute sweetie here. What's this? Check, wait, and it's late. Cueto's line is classic. Too much of the game, so we're playing in front of the Gloucester defence. This half, they've been right up on the line. Look at this, wait. Gorgeous.
Cueto, who scored against Gloucester early in the season on an altogether different day, scores again against the same opposition. But it's a different Sharks now, a Sharks side that is growing in belief week in, week out. A little bit dented at Welford Road, where they never seem to win, but they bounce back with a performance that says to Gloucester, we are hunting for you.
They're like a pair of terror twins, aren't they, to opposition? Hanley and Cueto. And then there's Robinson. The back three have struck again. 11, 14, 15. And Gloucester, what can they do?
At the moment, tackle. As Fullerton is brought to the floor. Pinkerton. Redpath, who's never let his side's concentration drop. A terrific leader as well as player. Delport from Baxendale's chip through, and Delport doing what he does so well.
You would not write Gloucester off yet, would you?
Mercier, Paul. Fanalua, can he conjure something again with Simpson Daniel?
He does give those passes very early, Terry Fanalua, doesn't he?
Paul again, Mercier as they swap places. Woodman.
Away, tackle up.
Picked up by Eustace, and then it's Buxton.
Hands out, loose, stay.
Gummersall, Mercier, Fanalua, Simpson-Daniel, Garvey, familiar names all in this amazing season for Gloucester.
Lead a scrum half, it's Chris Fordy.
And it's a poor pass. And that could have gone the other way downfield, couldn't it? Sharks couldn't take advantage. Gloucester get the penalty.
3 minutes to go. I think Gloucester will go for the corner. Certainly will.
Too many. Pearl comes in and just dives on. No need. 6.
They've not come here to finish second. They have no intention of ending the Premiership campaign in second spot either.
Now another big line out. Chris Fordy, he has struggled as much as Ollie Azam. The Sale decision to pick 3 line-out men has been inspired.
Forty goes to the tail. I think it was Eustace who'd gone back there.
That was good.
And those Gloucester forwards can sense that that line will be theirs. And it is? No.
He got it.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Fanalua looked distraught, but the try has been awarded. Jake Ball now hoping that he's not hurt. But his pride would have been, had Gloucester gone down in this game. They still might, but this gives them every chance of avoiding that fate.
It's the steamroller from Kingsholm. Sale just lost the numbers on the blind side, and Ball burrows over the line. Nothing Redpath can do there for all the excellence of the Sale scrum half. Gloucester smash their way back into this gripping game.
Always a sense in those situations that Redpath can get some part of his body underneath the man flopping over the line. Didn't achieve it that time. Now can Mercier get this vital conversion? Look at that. As calm as anybody in the ground. And he had no rights to be.
Hey, you watch it, right?
There's some team, Gloucester, they haven't been at their best today, but when you think they're on the verge, back they come for more. Thought this game was building, tremendous game again. And how about that for a kick from Mercier? Top class nerve, top class execution. Now where do we go?
Is there another twist? You wouldn't bet against it.
No penalties!
Referee screaming no penalties. Baxendale's thinking about creating something else.
Hands out, Red! Go
Redpath
steady, lads!
going. The warning is clear there from the referee. It would be a cruel way to end this match.
Tackler away, run away! Grab your ball, no. I am not, no. No, come on.
But the drop goal will be on the minds of the players. They have resisted all such openings thus far. They've wanted to keep ball in hand and create. But now into time added on at 30 points apiece.
Worried faces from the home crowd. So close to victory against the league's leading team. I guess that from Gloucester's point of view, a draw will be an awful lot more palatable than it will be for the Sharks, who led until so close to the end.
No, you're not going. Up, far side, free kick. No, wait, free kick. Give it up, far side. Yeah, free kick, Louis, free kick.
By the way, the scoreboard was refusing to trip over to 30 points, or maybe in the scoreboard supports the home team. But it has done. That's the situation. And the situation now for the Sharks, who keep thinking they've won this match, is to defend on this breathtaking afternoon of Zurich Premiership Rugby. It's been absolutely top draw.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be special. It took a little while to get going, but when it did, it's exploded into life. What a 40 minutes this second half has been.
Hands out, stay back, Red.
Redpath goes very high. Gomesol's catch.
And how did he win that from Hanley?
And it's now all about having possession, and Mercier's lining up the long drop goal. Oh.
Cheshire Rugby drew its breath collectively there, didn't it? Snapshot. And it ain't the worst strike. It's about 1.5 meters to the left. A good effort from Mercier, who's played very well.
And it will still be in his mind if we have the time.
And Tony Spreadbury is one of these referees who doesn't mind a bit of injury time. And the strength of this half miles, nor do I.
Stu, I don't care if I'm here at 9 o'clock tonight, to be honest. This is terrific.
Yes.
Steve Hanley, he may be off for the rest now. He's got blood, needs to be sorted out.
Hang on, I'll put the water on, please.
Nick Walsh on. Sale, I think, have got to go long here because they want to get this ball away from the range of the drop goal.
Being suffocated inside their own 22, and they do go long. Mercier has other ideas, but Walsh, the new man, gets straight into the action. So does Vaughan going. What a run.
You can move Vaughan going.
Redpath, Baxendale, Robinson. They had to get him early, and they did. It was 40 with the tackle. Now it pops out. Both sets of players must maintain their discipline at the breakdown.
You've got time for this scrum.
Vaughan going, very, very good counter-attacking player. Balanced runner, powerful. Gloucester are starting to turn over a bit of ball. Anything from Henry Paul, I wonder?
Mercier is going for a gigantic drop goal. Oh, he's nearly done it again, but he doesn't. The referee says that was the final play. Well, what a match we have witnessed this afternoon. And as it drew to an end, it was inevitable that our thoughts went forward to the Zurich Premiership final at Twickenham, because these two might well be involved in that. And if that game is anywhere near this, we will leave Twickenham feeling very happy indeed. Both sets of supporters have something to shout about this evening. Both sides might have won it. They didn't in the end. It's a draw. And we can all now take a breather.
Well, the Sharks would have liked to win, but 3 points, 2 for the draw and 1 for the bonus point, is not a bad return. And if they do compete in the final, what a game it'll be. My man of the match, not the back three of Sale. It has to be Peter Anglesey, you know, who had a magnificent game alongside Brian Redpath. But Anglesey scored 1, he made 1. There's my man of the match today, and it was a very hard pick. Tremendous game at the top of the Zurich Premiership.
And as Stuart says, in a way, both sides have strengthened their position at the top, and everybody will walk away with a lovely memory of a terrific rugby match. Graham is with Brian Redpath.
Miles, thank you very much indeed. Fantastic game of rugby, Brian Redpath, but I guess from a Sale point of view, you'll feel you should be leaving with 3 points more than you've got.
Yes, disappointed to lose a score at the end of it. Credit to Gloucester, we knew they were a good side. We knew that we went 23-13 up, that was never going to be the end. And credit to them, but yeah, disappointing. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a defeat.
Psychologically, how important is it at this stage of the season with this particular game that you did put up the kind of show you did today?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we're always capable of putting up a show like this, and I think it's something that we can strive to be better at. Certainly, we've obviously missed the key players, the likes of Charlie and Alex Sanderson, but credit to all the players that have come in and performed well today. And obviously, we want to perform higher than that. There was some aspects of our game that wasn't as good as we would like to have.
Well done to you, Brian. Ludovic Mercier's alongside as well. Ludovic, I suspect perhaps Gloucester, you tell me, might be a little happier with that result than Sale.
Yeah, we are happy, but we want to win at Sale, but we draw. It's not too bad, but it's a bad result for us, but we keep going forward and we look forward for next week. Now we need to win the the next 3 games. It's very important to win at home next week, and we will see after the end of the season.
You're still picking up points, obviously, but you're starting to leave things late. It was a tight squeeze last week against Newcastle. Could have been much tighter today. Is that worrying, getting to this stage of the season?
You know, the games are very tight at the moment, but you know, the season have nearly finished, and you know, and the more points you score is better for us. But you know, today we draw, and no, it's not a bad result, but you know, I can say something today because I'm not disappointed. But you know, when you want to win, and we can win today, but you know, we did a lot of foot in defense, and we missed a lot of tackle today again, and they score 1 point bonus, I think, and but you know, it's a life, and we need to keep going and to keep the confidence with the team, and to work hard with the team next week.
Ludwig, thanks very much for your time. Well played. Cheers.
Well, we promised it. The players delivered. Good Friday, good game, wasn't it? The Gloucester fans will be going home happy because at one point it looked like they might have lost this game. They came back honours even. Another crucial match out the way this afternoon. There's plenty more to come in the next few weeks.